Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Steve. Today we're going to be talking about the new game, Metaphor Fantazio. It's going to be real nice and good. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before you buy this game, and let me tell you, it's not even that much stuff because it's a great game. Let me ask you this right here. Have you ever wanted to play a game like Persona, but you just weren't getting into the high school vibe, perhaps? Well, you're gonna love this game. Me, personally, I always wanted to play a Persona-style game with sort of a fantasy twist. So let's just go over a couple of things of why this game is freaking awesome. A little review, if you will. First of all, let's talk about the art style of the game. It's got an anime art style, very similar to the Persona series. Obviously, it's gonna kind of look like that. Probably like the same artist or something. I don't know. I didn't even look it up. But the art looks great. It's kind of like if you combined like a Dark Souls kind of art with anime, and this is what you get. It looks awesome. Everything works really good. It even has disgusting humans in it. That's right. It has humans. Monsters that are called humans. Yeah, so I mean, just visually, the game looks great. It looks amazing. The environments look so cool. I'm gonna go and give it a 5 out of 5 corn on the cobs for the art direction. You can't really mess that up. My goodness. Let's talk about the combat real quick. So if you ever played a Persona game, this game is very similar turn-based combat to the Persona series. And that's not a bad thing. One thing I like about this game is it sort of takes away the Pokemon-esque element of collecting all the monsters and such. And so you get these archetypes that you can sort of like change into when you're doing magic and doing all this kind of cool stuff. But it's pretty simple, it's pretty basic, but it lets you be able to strategize a little bit with the enemy weaknesses and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the combat, if you like turn-based combat, this is very fluid. I'll go ahead and give it a 4.5 out of 5 corn on the cobs. Why? I don't know, that's just what I picked. It's not based on anything. Now you can tell from the very first cutscene in the game, this game's gonna have a cool story. I mean, it's gonna have a cool story, a dark fantasy story, you know?
Remember to subscribe to my channel, please.
Whoo boy, this story gonna be good in this game. I don't want to ruin too much about the story, but it starts out, a king is getting killed, and you want to go assassinate the guy who killed the king for reasons to do with a prince that's cursed. So you know this game's gonna have a good story. So far, I haven't beat the game yet. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't actually sat and beat the whole game. But let me just say right now, I'm really enjoying that storyline. And I like a good story in a JRPG. I mean, that's originally what drew me into JRPGs in the first place. And it does seem like it has a very interesting and unique world that just has you savoring at the bit for more. I'm gonna give the story already, without even completing the game, in advance. I'm gonna give a little preemptive 5 out of 5 corn on the cobs. That's pretty dang good right there. Now that's a high rating from me, if I do say so myself. Because I don't know if you guys remember, because you probably don't, because I didn't even make a video about it, but in my mind, when Tales of Arise came out, I only gave that game total 3 out of 5 corn on the cobs, and I still like the game. So, I mean, that just says something right there. Now, I saved this part for last, because let me tell you right now, this next part, woo boy. Let me just say right now, let's talk about the music. Holy mackerel. I mean, just listen to this. Now let me just tell you right now, if you like games with awesome music that's like but in a badass kind of way, then this game's for you. Trust me right now. I'm gonna buy the soundtrack to this game on vinyl as soon as it gets announced. Because let me just tell you right now, this game has a freaking cool soundtrack. Very fitting to the game, awesome scores and musical hooches with vocals slipped in like it's freaking awesome. I don't know even what the hell the guy's saying, but it's freaking cool. Now, in advance, I expect this game to have an awesome soundtrack because I absolutely love the Persona soundtracks. Now, this is way different because it is doing that fantasy vibe instead of a boy in high school trying to figure things out with his friends and go on an adventure. It's not that kind of story in this game, so it doesn't have that kind of music. I'm gonna go and tell you right now, this game, the music, I got it so good, you just gotta hear it for yourself. You gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to music while you're playing the game. And don't forget the most important and weirdest thing about it is that in this game, it is canon in the story of the game that the main character's hearing the music that you're hearing on screen in his head due to the fairy's magical powers. Now that's crazy! So because of that alone, well, not just that, I am gonna give this game a 5 out of 5 corn on the cobs for the music alone. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the breakdown. Amazing art, amazing, well, good combat. It's nothing that crazy, you know. It's not like super innovative or anything, and that's fine because we don't need it to be with a game so glorious. Story, awesome so far. Music, freaking over the top, sweet. So that, I give so many 5s in this game. With combat's a little bit lower, so total overall, I'm giving this game straight up a 4.9 out of 5 corn on the cobs. Now that's a high rating. So do yourself a favor, go pick yourself up a copy of this game immediately. And if you don't want to go actually pick one up, then buy the digital copy, you know what I mean? That's what I did. You're not going to regret it. Trust me, this game is awesome. This game is living proof that JRPGs with turn-based combat can still be good in the modern times. So what do you got to think about that? What do you got to say about that, huh? What do you got to say about that, huh? Huh? That's what I thought. Buy this game immediately. Trust me. If you don't trust me on this, I swear to the Lord. Trust me, it's a good game. I'm not seriously though. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't go that in depth. I'm not some sort of. I'm not fucking IGN. Okay? I'm just gonna tell you if the game's good or bad. The rest of the stuff is just a bunch of bullcrap I made up to make the video longer. The game's good or the game's bad. It's that simple. Like, I'll basically let you know, is the game horrible, not great, mediocre, it's okay, it's pretty decent, or it's really freaking good. That's pretty much how I rate stuff, and it's just based on how I feel like. So, if you don't like that kind of style review, then get the hell out of here already! God dang!